It is 9:16 now. Did you get a bouquet of fresh cut flowers maybe for Mother's Day? Maybe you gifted one to a special person in your life this weekend?
Well, you don't have to rely on a store to get those fresh flowers all summer long. Garden guy Dale Kay joins us live from Afton. Some easy steps to create your own cut flower garden. Good morning, Dale.
Good morning, and it's so easy to do. But firstly, let me say this is absolutely a stunning morning, a great day to get out and do a wee little bit of planting. And as you mentioned, yep, cut flowers can be kind of expensive, but the best thing is you can grow them yourself, and it's a great way to bring the outdoors indoors, and you can do that season long. So you kind of get 2 for. You can have this beautiful flowers outdoors, and with the right flowers, you can bring them indoors as well, which is really quite special and quite lovely to do. And as I mentioned, easy. So let's run through the types of flowers first. And there's absolutely a multitude of flowers you can choose from. So let's take a look at some of my favorites. Let's take a look at some of the annuals, and they're the ones that are for just the season. Cosmos is a great one, of course. All the Rebecca or sunflowers, one of my favorites. There's Marguerite daisies. Also tall snap. There's dwarf snapdragons, and then there's tall snapdragons, so the tall ones make the better cuts, of course. A great variety is Liberty series. It grows quite tall, and the stems, most importantly, are really strong as well. And then also another favorite of mine, the zinnias, the tallest zinnias, like the State Fair variety, is really nice. Also, there are a multitude of perennials as well, some better than others for cuts. So here are some of my favorites. Firstly, delphiniums are great. Hollyhocks are also really good too. They're quite tall. All the echinaceas or cone flowers make really good cut flowers. And then the Asiatic lilies also are great. And the great thing about all of those is they become in a multitude of colors, which is really exciting. So no matter what color palette you like or how your decor is inside, you can end up matching your cut flowers to that, which is quite nice as well. Peonies is another great perennial. They are already getting set to bloom right now. These ones are quite budded up. I like pink peonies. They look quite nice inside. So, and then there's also roses. You can't beat roses. The hybrid varieties and floribundas tend to make the better cuts more than the shrub roses. They have longer stems. And then even some shrubbery like hydrangeas, they work quite well too if you're looking for some late summer color. Now, what I'm planting this morning, there's also the last group is bulbs and then seeds. So if you like sunflowers, seeds, plant those directly into the ground by seeds. And then also gladiolas and dahlias, whether they're tubers or bulbs, also work quite well. So that's what we're going to plant this morning. And I've got my raised beds here. And raised beds are actually kind of fun to plant in. Firstly, you don't have to bend over quite as much to do planting or cutting. And then also, if you've got bunnies, they kind of help kind of protect your flowers from bunnies. And then also the soil actually warms up quicker in a raised bed. So you can bang in your flowers quite a little bit earlier, which is really nice. So I got my tubers here. And the great thing about dahlias is it's a great summer plant. Basically, all you need to do is plant them about 4 to 5 inches. And you want to make sure your soil temperature is nice and warm. That's why we're planting them now. And they are fantastic summer blooms, fantastic cuts as well. So with a little bit of care, we might even pop in some, the other great bulb that works as a cut that you can direct plant is gladiolas. They work quite well for direct planting. Now, what I've mixed into my raised beds, of course, is a slow release fertilizer. This essentially fertilizes for a month, or sorry, for 4 months, so you get a whole season's worth of fertilizer right there. But one little tip on dahlias, fish emulsion. It's a little bit stinky, but fish emulsion is actually a really good fertilizer for dahlias. Make sure when you're planting these bulbs, you don't overwater. You don't want the bulbs to rot. So make sure the foliage comes up before you really initially start watering, and then make sure there's some good growth before you start fertilizing. But fish emulsion is a great way to get ensure you have really successful blooms. And then last but not least, of course, you need some good pruners for making sure you can harvest all your cuts, some vases, all that kind of good stuff. But essentially, what I like to do is kind of have a mix of all of the annuals, perennials, and then the bulbs. That way you get continuous blooms all summer long. And again, outdoors to indoors. With that, send it back to you. I'm just going to enjoy it. It's so nice out here this morning.
It
Keep
is.
planting.
It is great to bring you flowers in. I have a lilac bush, and I'm telling you, just bringing them inside over the weekend, it was fantastic.
Awesome. Good stuff, Dale. Thank you.